Hello everyone. I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring. I hope you have been doing very well. In today's video, I'm going to assess one of my students' letters. She has written down her first letter now after I taught her the techniques. And I'm going through the word by word feedback plus the assessment against each parameter. And then finally, I would be able to give her the approximate band scores that she is going to get. Let's go through the letter. She has written down the addressee's name on the top. That's good. And she has written down the full name of the addressee. I'm happy with that. And she has written on community hospital midwife. She should have added the in front of community hospital midwife, because wherever we need to use the occupation, whether it is in the addressees section or in the sign off section, you need to use the in front of them. And then she has written on postpartum nurse. I don't know why she has written on this. If it is community hospital midwife, then you don't need to use postpartum nurse here. Sorry. We'll verify this with the case notes, okay? All right, after that, she has written on the date. You don't need to write down 0 to February. You can just simply mention 2 February 2021. You don't need to use comma between the month and the year when you write it down here. But when you have to write down in the paragraph, you have to place a comma between the month and the year. Regarding Ms Abigail Whitfield, aged 24. That's good. Let's go through the next section. So she has written down the salutation with the dear Miss Anderson. It's Miss and then Anderson. That's good. I'm writing regarding Miss Whitefield, who just had a successful delivery of a newborn baby. She is due to be discharged and requires assistance with the home visits for further care and support. Assistance with home visits. Here, I think she didn't understand the case notes properly. The home visits will be arranged by them. She doesn't need any assistance with the home visits, but she needs assistance with further care and support. Okay, that's what she needs. So in this case, it could have been removed. Sorry. If she wishes to write this one, she could have mentioned it after that, from your home visits. Okay. All right. If you could have nurse, if you could have also written on from your home nurse. Okay, something like that. Let's go to the next paragraph. On 19th April 29. Okay, sorry, 2019. In this case, she might have written on simply on 19 April 2009. Otherwise, she could have written down 19th of April 2019. Okay, she could have mentioned comma as well here. Place a comma here, please. Thank you. Next one is Miss Whitefield delivered a baby girl. Upon assessment, the baby's vital signs was within normal. It's not was, but it is were. Why? Because vital signs is a plural noun and it has to go only with the plural verb, that is were. Within normal. It's not within normal, but within normal range. So you have to add this. You have to add this phrase. Okay, let's go to the next one. Including birth weight of 35 kilograms and length of, she should have mentioned the 5 kilometer. It's not 5 kilometer. Oh my god, it's not 5 kilometers. That's too much. That could be 5 centimeter or maybe more than that. But we have to confirm it. But this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. Incorrect. Unit of measurement. You know, the way that she has mentioned is wrong. So the length cannot be 5 kilometers. It is too much. Okay, birth weight of and length of something. She should have used of here. Add this, please. Also, the noticed. Also, they noticed with the elevated. What is that? I don't know. She should have started a new sentence here. Start a new sentence and place a full stop before them. Okay, start a new sentence with also. Sorry. So she should have written down also in a new sentence. Also, the noticed with the elevated bilirubin of 18 mg DL and consequently a physiotherapy was commenced. What is noticed? You should have mentioned, okay, instead of remove, just remove this, okay, remove this whole phrase. Remove this phrase. Remove this whole phrase and then write down a bilirubin, elevated bilirubin of 18 mg per DL was noticed. So you should have mentioned it here, was noticed or was observed. All right, so add this phrase. Sorry. And consequently, a physiotherapy was commenced. Physiotherapy, sorry, physiotherapy doesn't need any article. So what you should have done is you should have removed this one. Remove this phrase. Remove. Oh. Let's go through the next one. Physiotherapy was commenced. That's fine. You don't need to add over there. Additionally, vitamin K injection and hepatitis B immunization was administered. Okay. Vitamin K needs to be used in capital K. Okay. Vitamin K must be capital. All right. So was vitamin. So it must be like, it must be capital V and then small ITAMIN. Vitamin K. So sorry, vitamin K injection and hepatitis B. Hepatitis B immunization. So it needs to be hepatitis B. Okay, it must be hepatitis B. It must be capital letter. If there is any specific injection or immunization, you have to use the capital letter only. Immunization was administered? No. Why? Why was is incorrect? Because there are two things. Look at this: vitamin K injection and hepatitis immunization. So you need to use where administered. Yes, it's really important that you use the appropriate verbs for the nouns. Where administered to the baby. That's okay. With regards to Mr. Whitfield health post labor, I don't know what she wanted to mention here. Maybe after labor. Okay, I think so. So she should have mentioned Miss Whitfield's. Okay, Miss Whitfield's health post after. sorry, post labor. Okay, post labor. Her fundal height was regularly assessed and her hemoglobin level was tested, which was you could have mentioned, okay, her hemoglobin level was measured to be or was found to be at, you can use was found to be at, instead of writing was tested, which was, you could have just mentioned like was found to be, and then you can write it down. Sorry. Following that, vital signs were monitored daily, including laboratory investigation for the mother and the baby, and the education was given on breastfeeding. Okay, following that, we need a comma. Remember that for after every linking phrase, you need to place a comma. Please place a comma here. Vital signs were being monitored. No, it's not were being monitored. It's wrong. Vital signs were monitored. That's okay. Remove this, please. Daily, including laboratory investigation for the mother and the baby, and the education was given on breastfeeding. Well, you could have written down this phrase in the next sentence, but it's okay. It's not that bad. The reason is that we have included and already here and then here as well. So try to avoid using and in one sentence itself, because it makes the reader hard for understanding the information. Okay. Currently, Miss Whitefield and her baby has made progress. No, have made. Progress doesn't mean whether it is a good progress or the bad progress. Okay, so you need to say clearly have made good progress. So you should add this, please. I recommend everyone who is trying to achieve their desired scores, who are trying to achieve their desired scores in writing section of the OET examination, to watch my videos, because I have uploaded so many videos where you could have spotted the commonly made mistakes by other nurses, and they could be the common mistakes you may commit as well when you write. So it's better to prevent the mistakes. We wouldn't be 100% perfect, I understand that, but it doesn't mean that you can commit so many grammatical mistakes. You need to reduce the frequency of mistakes in your OET letter. That is the first step towards your success. To achieve that, you need to watch the videos where I have assessed my students' letters. Watching those videos helps you a lot in order to find out silly mistakes and prevent them from happening again when you write. Let's go to the next one. Socially, she works as a waitress. We don't need to use capital letter here in she. Just the small letter is more than enough. She works as a waitress. Again, the problem is in every paragraph, it is recommended to write down the name of the, Whitfield, the name of the patient again and again in every paragraph, but only once. Okay, you don't need to write down several times in every sentence, but if you write a paragraph for the first time in the paragraph, you need to write down the patient's name. Okay. Works as a waitress and lives with her partner. She is allergic to PCN. Okay. PCN, you can't write down any abbreviations. Please expand this. You need to always expand it, please. Try not to use abbreviations. It's not recommended. Please, she has managed on sorry, QD, cola, etc. TAD when necessary, as well as Montrin 600 mg, QH when required for pain. Well, please, she has mentioned managed. Okay, remove this, please. Remove this, please. If you keep on using please, it doesn't make your letter formal. So please avoid from the use of please too many times. Okay, and this one doesn't make sense. If you add please or if you remove, it doesn't make any difference to the meaning of this sentence. She has been managed on. You could have mentioned like she has been on medications, including, and then you should have written down all these ones. So you could have done like she has been on medications, including, and then you could have written on all these things. Remember that you shouldn't place any commas between the name of the medication and its description and it is dosage. Okay, so remove this comma. Please remove this comma. The same thing is applicable here as well. You should remove this comma. Expand this abbreviation. It's really important that you have to expand your abbreviation. Okay, you can't just use the abbreviations in your writing. It's not good. Similarly, do not use the short forms like etc. Okay, it's not needed. So remove this. The same thing is applicable here as well. So you need to remove this TAD and then expand it. Okay, you have to expand it. Again, remove the comma. Only you need to place a comma between two medications. All right, do not give a comma between the name of the medication, dosage, and frequency. Do not do that, please. Expand it. And again, this one, sorry. Okay. In view of the above, it would be greatly appreciated if you could, okay, it would be greatly appreciated if you could provide home visits to Ms. Whitfield and her baby for continuity of care. That's fine. Kindly continue. Remove the comma. So the comma is not required at this place. Continue with the education of postpartum activity, diet, depression, as well as breastfeeding and breast care. You don't need to use breastfeeding and breast care. You don't need to use here, and instead of that you could have remove this as well as, and then replace this phrase with a comma. So replace as well as with the comma, and then the rest of the things will be all right. Please note that the baby has been referral to newborn hearing screening. Okay, so has been referred to, or she has got a referral to. So either you need to write she has got a referral to something or referred to something. Okay, heel stick screening and also her bilirubin test is to be repeated. Okay, again look at this, newborn hearing and heel stick screening. So it's okay to write down those two things together, like newborn hearing, and or you can say referred to screening for hearing and heel stick. That is also good. And heel stick, I don't think that this is correct. Heel stick, is it a heel stick or It's something else. Actually, we need to go through the case notes, then only we'll get to know. Okay. Verify this with the case notes. Screen. And also her bilirubin and also. So it's not needed to write down and also. You can write just also. I mean all and. That's okay. So remove this, please. Also can be removed. Is to be repeated. That's wrong. Requires to be repeated. Requires to be repeated. It would be beneficial to make the following equipment available for the baby. So whenever you write down, your range of things, okay, it's better to use colon, full colon, not the semicolon. So replace the semicolon with the colon, okay. Sorry. So replace the semicolon with the colon. Blee blanket, breastfeeding pump, premixed baby formula, infant diapers, lanolin cream with the hassle pads and peri bottle. That's all good. Please do not hesitate to contact me if any queries. Okay. Firstly, you need to place a full stop. Please place a full stop. That's one issue with this sentence. And what is the other issue? Okay, just give me 1 minute. The next thing is this sentence is not grammatically complete. Please do not hesitate to contact me if that's okay. If there are any queries or if you have any queries, okay? If you have any queries, add this please. So you should have added if you have any queries, okay? Instead of writing queries, it is recommended to use questions if you have any questions, because questions is more formal than queries. Okay, let's go to the next sentence. You should have given a blank line between and you should have placed a comma here. Please place a comma here. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, that's it. So in this case, there's another issue. If you should have added the registered nurse. Instead of writing just registered nurse, you should have written on the registered nurse. All right. And then there should be a full stop. Okay. Let's go through the assessment now. The assessment. Well, one is grammar is very bad. Grammar is an area of improvement as you have committed lots of grammatical mistakes. Please focus more on the use of prepositions, articles, nouns, verbs, and punctuation marks. So you are weak in almost all the assessment factors. Okay. And never ever use abbreviations or medical acronyms in your letter. It's not good. Why? Because the letter is always 100% formal. It is always 100% formal. Okay, vocabulary could have been better with the use of more synonyms and formal words. Remember that we have to use only the formal words. Connectivity is okay. Connectivity is not that bad. Sorry. Connectivity is not that bad, okay? The use of capital and small letters needs attention as well. You should know where you need to place the comma, where you where you need to use the capital letter and where you have to use the small letter. It's really important that you work out on this, okay? Overall task fulfillment is below average. It is definitely below average. It's not good. Case notes could have been organized more effectively. Could have been organized more effectively. Okay. Now let's go through the. Okay, give me 1 moment. Let me have a look at the other ones. Yeah, okay. So yes, all right. Okay, good. Let's go through the case notes. Sorry, to see if she has included all the relevant case notes or not in her letter. Okay, to whom we are writing, let's go through this. Patient and infant discharged to home, education to moms, breastfeeding, postpartum activity, postpartum diet, breast care, postpartum depression, and so on. Discharge orders for local midwifery nurse to continue home visits for mom and baby. Orders include these are the things, okay? And okay, equipment required, that's fine. Okay, no worries. Abigail Whitfield and maid lives in partner of 6 months, that's okay. Discharge, that's all right. A healthy vaginal delivery. You could have mentioned, the vaginal delivery, whether it was through vaginal delivery or so on. I think she didn't mention that. Newborn admission, that's okay. Social background, high school graduate, waitress at a local restaurant, lives with the partner's injury. No prior medical history, allergic to PCM. Okay, all right. Prenatal record. Declined to 12-week multiple marker screening test. Patient reported morning sickness through V12 gestation. These things are not needed because we are going to write down the letter for the post labor care. So we don't need to include anything the in relation to the prenatal record. That's good. I think she didn't mention anything. That's a good thing. So she was able to pick up most of the relevant case notes. She didn't expand these medications. That's the issue with her writing. Yeah, so she has included all the important case notes. I'm very happy with that. So there is no issue. But the problem is her grammar isn't that good. Let's go back and see. Yeah, relevant case notes, they are included in the letter. Well done. That's the only thing she has done really very well. What's other things? You should use more passive voice sentences rather than the active voice. Okay. All right. Let's go to the expected score now. Looking at the number of mistakes she has committed and the severity of the mistakes she has committed, to me, this sounds like a 230 out of 500 graded letter. You shouldn't be disappointed, Frida. You should be able to improve your communication skills. All you need to do is to just go through this feedback and then identify what kinds of mistakes you have committed and try to recognize them. Firstly, you need to acknowledge that you have committed these mistakes and you should work out to reduce the frequency of the mistakes. If you can rectify them, at least half of them, you should be able to improve your scores, say from 230 to 280 and then maybe 300 or more than that. I wish you good luck with your next letters. Do not lose your confidence. You should be able to pass your exam. If anyone would like to receive the free assessment for their first letter, I request you guys to send it to me through to my mobile or WhatsApp number, that is +614 Alternatively, you can reach me at steve@ucanenglishtutoring.com or through to my Facebook page, that is www.facebook.com/ucantutor. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you find this video useful. I will post more videos in relation to the assessment of writing and speaking sections of the OET examinations, and I will also provide other key information in relation to each section. May I request you to like and share these videos with others. If you feel that these techniques are helpful for you, please leave a positive comment in the comment section. Also, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.